How's everybody doing? This is Clifton Raheem Bradley. I'm coming to you from the United States of America in Chicago, Illinois. And you know what? I want to send a special shout out to all of my new subscribers and my old subscribers. So I treat the old subscribers like the new subscribers and the new subscribers like the old subscribers. And I want to thank everybody for your response, for looking at my live feed. And I want to thank you for all of the feedback that you have given me in the United States of America. And people that are just tuning in, hey, you know what? This is a website where we talk about local issues. Of course, why wouldn't I talk about Chicago? And I live in Chicago. But not only that, we talk about global news. We talk about what's going on in Central America, Asia, Africa, okay, the UK, and Canada, the Middle East. I don't know how they got the Middle East because actually there is no Middle East, but that's called, Africa though. And we these are the type of things that we talk about. And you know what? I want to thank everybody that has subscribed to this website that I'm pointing at above, the Underground Railroad TV Show.com. That's the name of the website. And I want to thank everybody. You know what? But I also do a television show in Chicago called the Underground Railroad TV Show in Chicago. Where we come on Can TV on Channel 19 on Saturday nights. But you're not going to miss anything. Because you know what, the excerpts are, the shows that I get, I upload it to YouTube so you can get the opportunity to see the shows that I did. But we talk about conspiracies. Okay. We talk about conspiracies like the Manhattan Project, and it got started, the atom bomb, and we talk about the Philadelphia experiment, which is very interesting. You know, they made a ship go back in time, and we talk to local people. And I'm always looking for guests. I'm looking for guests. And once I learn how to utilize the Skype and all that, and whichever app I choose to use to have guests, I'm gonna, like I say, some of my subscribers. I would like for some of my subscribers to be guests. Like it's a good channel of a guy that does videography that I like. His name is Mr. Curtis, and he's the one that has. I look at a lot of his videos, and Captain Craig. Captain Craig is somebody that does videos on YouTube trying to help veterans that may have been denied their problems. I'm just going to go through those stages. But always looking for guests. But you know what? One good thing is you will probably, it's a good possibility you would have access to those guests. And if you could put me in contact with them, I could have them on the show. And these are the type of things that we talk about. You know what? It has been a long struggle trying to learn everything that I have to learn to disseminate this information. But like I said, we will talk about Vladimir Putin. We will talk about Donald Trump. You know what? Some people voted, some people liked him, some people didn't like him. We will be talking about immigration, sanctuary city. Sanctuary city, is it right? Is it wrong? Did Donald Trump do a good job? Did he do a bad job? Did he cause an insurrection? okay, by having people gathering to march on the Capitol in Washington, D.C. Those are the type of things that we will discuss in the upcoming future. You know what, if that's the will of God, if that's the will of Allah, because nobody, that's something I would like to do. And I just want to, you know what, all of the feedback that my subscribers gave me, I just want to thank you. Thank you. And I want to thank you for the new subscribers. And and the people that are thinking about joining this community, you know what, we want this community to grow. So we want you to share these videos, and we will, of course, we want comments, we want feedback. Like you said, down below, you can put feedback. Down below, you can put a thumbs up. You can put a thumbs down. You know what? Because all of this is helping this platform and this YouTube community and social media community to grow. And I'm very appreciative of the 5,000 plus people that have joined this YouTube website. It's been an uphill battle. You know what? But some channels are gonna be big, some channels are gonna be small. You know what? That depends on what you're talking about, I guess. And I guess that's the way you present yourself. But those are the type of things. But I would love to have some international guests come on, and local guests, and people that are looking at this right now. I would love for you to be a guest. Except I learned how to work Zoom. Zoom is what they use. Zoom is a program that they use to talk to somebody else in another location, because you might want to come on Underground Railroad television show. You might not live in Chicago. I'm trying to make it to the point of where you don't have to live in Chicago for me to interview you. And there might be community activists that want to come on. There might be women that want to come on to talk about love, I guess. Might be clubs that might want to come on. Somebody might want to come on to talk about science. And, I'm hoping that somebody wants to come on and talk about conspiracy theories, because I love to talk about conspiracy theories and Islam. I'm going to always talk about Islam, because that's a subject matter that the thing is about Islam, the more and more and more that I'm reading, I'm like, wow, I didn't know that. But you know what? You have to keep on educating yourself. I was with my grandson this morning. I'm going to say, because this will be old by the time you see this. And you know what? He was asking me, how do you become good at something? I said, you have to practice. You have to practice what you preach. Anybody can say that they love something, but you know what? You got to be willing to sacrifice. Now, this video production I love. Okay. And I once had a teacher whose name was Darnell Glover. Darnell Glover in Chicago. He produced a lot of shows. You probably could still look up his name. But the thing is, I think I did not appreciate him while he was here. I appreciated him, but you know what? I could have learned a whole lot more from him. And now that he's deceased, he is missed. Seems like I've learned more. But getting back to my grandson, I told my grandson, anything that you say that you love, you have to put time in it, you have to put work in it, and you gotta put effort into it. And I'm working to put time and effort into this YouTube website, because being a community activist, when I see certain things that are going on in the community globally, one good thing about YouTube, it gives you the opportunity to disseminate, to get out information that you wouldn't have under normal circumstances. As long as you don't say anything that's threatening to the public, either something like that. But I am always looking for guests. I'm always looking for feedback, and I want to, what I want to thank the people. There are people that have given me criticism. Gave me criticism. I put my head down, and then said, "Wait a minute, put your head back up," because if they didn't tell you that, you wouldn't know to help me grow. And that's probably with people like that. That's what has helped to get me to this point. And the positive feedback that I have gotten on my YouTube page by looking at comments that people left are very encouraging. And I want people to know that I appreciate that. But these are the type of things that we talk about on the Underground Railroad TV show in Chicago. Yeah, the United States of America. There's a lot going on in the United States of America. There's a lot going on in Chicago, and there's a lot going on globally. And again, I want to, thank the people in the United States of America. I want to thank Canada and Mexico, Central America. I want to thank Asia, and I want to thank Africa and Europe and the UK. I want to thank all these people that are looking in different countries, and this is something. This platform, I am striving to have this platform grow, and who knows? I think I'm going to end up getting some more equipment so I can do more and more things. And I always want to say thank you to the people out there, valuable people who gave great information on YouTube. I want to specifically thank the people that gave information on OBS, using the OBS program. I want to thank you. And I still haven't figured out how to use OBS and Zoom. They ought to make it the way you can just plug in with the plug of a button. Okay, but there's some people that use Skype. But I'm going to figure that out. I'm going to figure that out and do some homework on it. And anybody have an easy way to use Zoom and OBS? Hey, I really would appreciate it. I really would appreciate it. But you know what? This is what's funny is I went to, there's a high school in Chicago called Hyde Park. They have a television and radio program. And teacher was Miss Pugh and Mr. Cunningham. And you know what? I just wanted to come on television. That was the funny thing. But then I really got to thinking about it. You know what? I said, wait a minute, man. I had to make a decision over whether to go to Columbia School of Broadcasting or to go to Culinary Arts School in Chicago called Dawson. And when you have mouths to feed, you have certain things, you have obligations that you have to live up to. And men, if you have a child, you shouldn't be mad about paying child support. You should not be mad about it. And women, if you have a child, you shouldn't be mad about paying child support. So pay child support, which I'm not proud of, but I'm proud that I lived up to my obligations and my duties and my responsibilities. But on a moralistic point of view, that was before I started living the lifestyle that I'm presently living. But I had to make a decision over whether to go to school for radio and television. I go to culinary arts. Culinary arts is cooking. And I said, wait a minute, man, I need some money right now. I think culinary arts was the best situation for me at that time, because it probably would have took years for me to break into the TV and radio business if I would have done it, because there's so many people, but I had mouths to feed. But now that I'm in a situation where I can look at things on YouTube and I'm tired for one job, and it gives me the opportunity to hone my skills and really get into what I really wanted to do. And sometimes, you know what, we're into things that we don't want to do because of necessity, because that's what we have to do. But it's like what I tell my grandkids. Grandkids, I got so many of them now. I don't even remember all their names. It might apply to you too. But what happened is, I tell all of them, you know what? While you are young, you should not find what you like to do. You should find what you love to do. Because the thing is, you're gonna have to deal with this for as long as you're in that occupation. Don't find what you like to do. Find what you love to do. So if you like popping popcorn, you know what? You go to school and you learn the science of popping popcorn. You take mathematics, you take science, and you go to trade school. But education is a must. I see people. One thing I would say about people in Africa, you know what, from the photos that I see, that you know what, they take education very seriously. I saw a video on YouTube of showing a child walking like about almost 2 miles to get to school. And it's like some people in America, they live right next to the school and don't go to school and might have to end up getting a GED. That's the alternative from getting a high school diploma. But the thing is, they don't realize they make it hard, just make it harder to get the GED. But the thing is, they take a greater value. Not all, because I can't make a generalization, but a lot of people they don't put, you know what, they don't take it serious. I don't think took it took it somewhat serious, but you know what? But I started making better grades when I went to college and when I went to trade school. You know, because I think that's because I knew there was something that I had to do. But I am in Chicago, and you're looking at the background of a picture that I'm going to probably use. And like I say, to the people that are listening, I want to say thank you, because you know what? You could have been doing something else with your precious time. And I I would love feedback to know, what do you think? What things would you like discussed? What things you would like talked about? What type of shows you like? And this broadcast. Is it good? Is it bad? Does it sound good? Is it too much light? Not enough light? Just leave me a comment, and you know what? I really do appreciate it. Because radio and you know what, television. This is television. Is really like I'm on television. Because the thing is with YouTube, you do not know who's watching this. And I'm very appreciative if there's one person watching this. And you have to humble yourself, and when you go around and start bragging on yourself, oh man, I got 100,000 subscribers, I got 5,000 subscribers. When I came to you and said I got over 5,000 subscribers, that was not to brag. That was to send out an appreciation to the people that take time to come to my YouTube platform and join the community with the 5,000 something people that not I have built, that we have built. And I look for feedback on how to make my broadcasts better. What do I do? Because you know what, you can think about what you should do, but you know what? Nobody can think about everything. Nobody. And there's videos that I made. You got like over 300 videos that you can look at and comment and just send me some feedback. You know what? Feedback is important. And tell me about your YouTube platform. Tell me how you got started. Send me a message so I can come to your YouTube platform and check it out. Leave you a message. And I want to thank everybody for the people that are looking. I want you to know that I appreciate it. And this ain't no bull. I say that humbly. I say that humbly because who knows where I'm going to go with this thing, but thing with YouTube. I don't know. Who knows? Really, only Allah, only God knows how far I can go. Or maybe this might be as far as I'm supposed to go. If this is as far as I'm supposed to go, right here, right down here in my basement to disseminate information, that's okay too, because you will get what your Creator wants you to have. You know, so the good things, the good things that we obtain comes from Allah, comes from God, and the bad things that we obtain, they come from ourselves because we disobeyed what our Creator wanted us to do. So I want to thank everybody and send me a message. Okay, thank you for watching. Peace be upon you. And assalamu alaikum.